It was Valentine's Day, and the 18-year-old Teresa was in despair. On February 12th, she had received an eviction notice from the tiny apartment she shared with her mother, who had died weeks before, and she found herself unable to do anything about it. She couldn't get herself to go into her mother's room, much less go through her things. She couldn't find a mover on such short notice, who would move her from Baltimore to her uncle's house in Washington, and her uncle was an old man who could not be of much help. Teresa had always been a sickly, solitary person, so there were no friends she could call upon. If only Jimmy were here, she thought. He could take care of everything. Jimmy was her brother who was serving in Vietnam, and he hadn't been heard from for a long time. The Red Cross had tried to bring him home for the funeral, but it seemed that they were unsuccessful. They did report, however, that he had been notified of his mother's death. Suddenly, as Teresa sat on the couch with her hands over her face, Jimmy was in the room, handsome as always and in uniform. The Red Cross must have succeeded after all. What happened then seemed like a dream. Jimmy went into their mother's bedroom with Teresa and helped her pack the things. Then he brought her back into the living room and told her to call a mover. "I tried," Teresa told him, "and no one would do it." "Try again," Jimmy said. This time Teresa found a mover who had just had a cancellation and could do the moving that very day. While they waited for the movers to come, Teresa and Jimmy packed up the few possessions in the apartment without saying a word. Then, when the movers arrived, Jimmy took Teresa by the shoulders and said, "You go with the truck and don't look back. Do what Mother always wanted you to do, and remember, I'll always be with you." When Teresa boarded the moving truck, the men asked her why her brother wasn't coming along to Washington. "I guess he had to get back," she said, wondering about that herself. It wasn't until the 10th of March, 1964, that Teresa found out why Jimmy had to get back. Because she received a telegram, forwarded from her old address, telling her that her brother had been killed in Vietnam on February 14th, the same day that he was with her.